Today I'm going to be doing a flip through of my Allie Edwards 2020 story camp trip that I took right before all the pandemic and lockdowns happened. So I was really fortunate to be able to go on this trip. If you don't know what Allie Edwards Story Camp is, I will leave a link below to her website that describes what it is. But essentially, it's talking about the process of telling stories through scrapbooking. So I've created an album of my trip, and I am using a Citrus Twist Kits linen cover album. And this album fits traveler's notebook size paper, so it's about 8.25 inches by 4 inches. On the front cover, I've just added a sticker that I picked up from the trip. And on the front, I have a picture of the entire group that was there for camp, and then I've added a label sticker with the dates that I was there, and just a geotag. The next page is the event schedule. This was something that we got from Allie at the class, and I just cut it down and matted it on black scrapbook paper and added the dates for the workshops there. Added a postcard that I picked up while I was there, and just a star above Eugene, which is where the event took place. Added, and I'm using Allie Edwards 2020 travel kit. So that's what I used for all of my embellishments and the cards. I used both the physical kit and I also purchased the digital kit. So this is one of the physical cards. I added a divider for each day. It was two travel days and then 3 days of workshops. So I flew out on a Wednesday, January 29th, 2020, and then each day I have the date here and just the day number of the trip here, and then on the tab, the day of the week. So just a picture of me ready to go on the trip. My boarding pass. This is a picture of me on the flight, and my meal from the flight. Boarding pass. We stayed at the inn at the Fifth, which is a really nice hotel. This is where the event was taking place, so it was very convenient just to walk down to the conference room. Just some pictures of the hotel room. It was really nice. It had a nice fireplace and a big TV, and it had a bench here by the window, so you could sit on the bench and look out onto the street. It was really nice. And when you checked in, they gave you a glass of wine. So, or they gave you a ticket for a glass of wine, and I just got mine when I checked in. Picture of the bathroom. So I like to take pictures of the hotel room before I put all my stuff in and mess up the room. This is the room key. And then each day, this is from the digital kit. And I just did my journaling for day 1, and then on the back I did a quote from some of the handouts that Allie had given us in the workshop. So I just took a picture of the quote on the paper and used Photoshop to make it really black and white, and then just added a puffy heart or a star on each one. So then we get to day 2, January 30th. This was Thursday. So I flew in the night before the event, and then the event actually started Thursday evening. So around, I think it was 6:30. So I had the day to kind of wander around Eugene. So that's what I'm talking about here. I went down to, there was a market called Provisions Hall Market, which is in the shops that were right next to the hotel. So they had, and this one I did a horizontal photo, and I just pulled this off the internet, but this is what it looks like. There's just tables there. There's like a deli, and there's a bakery, there's a store. So it was really nice and convenient. Make sure I'm back in frame. So I went down there. I got a nice big breakfast. like I said, Provisions Market Hall. And then there was also a salon in the hotel. So I booked an appointment for a gel manicure. So I went there. That was a really nice salon. And then we get to the event. So we went in and all the tables had our names. All the tables had by first name alphabetical. So I was at the table with all the T's. So we had laid out a bunch of our swag. So we got a card from Allie, which was the Stories Matter card, and I put it in here. We got like a meal stipend. I think that was in the envelope. We got the event schedule. We got a mug and drink coupons. This was a bag of snacks, and then we got a name tag. And each table had this Story Sparks card, which we went around the room and told a little bit about ourselves and introduced ourselves. So using these Story Sparks. Then my story for day 2, and then another quote from Allie on the back. Friday, January 31st, day 3. I got a selfie with Allie, which I loved. It was fun. There was a pop-up shop in the classroom. So in the back of the classroom, it was by the Creative Makery. So I included her business card here. And it was all Allie products from past kits. So that was fun because I was able to get my hands on some kits from before I was a subscriber to Allie and knew about her products. So that was fun to get some of those. Just added another quote here from her handouts. That day for lunch, I went to lunch with the people that were at my table, and we ended up going to Northwest Burgers, which again is another place right there in the 5th Street Market. And as I was waiting in line, Simon came and tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Can I eat lunch with you guys?" So we're like, yes, of course. Simon is Allie's son. So he was there for part of the day for the workshop. So that was really fun to get to eat lunch with him. And just my burger. This was everyone that was at the group. I had to take a picture of Allie doing a flow chart of scrapbooking. I'm like, yes, this makes my heart so happy. And it's kind of what I wrote about here. It's 5-star review for Allie's workshop. It was fantastic. Travel story day 3. And another quote. This was one that I took a screenshot actually of her when she was presenting and was able to, again, take it into Photoshop and just make it black and white. So it says, "You choose how this story plays out. You might not get to choose all the characters and plot twists, but you do get to choose how you respond and write this story." And that was one of my favorite kind of lessons from the class, is that you are the main character in your story and you're the one that decides how the story goes, right? You can choose your reactions to the story, and I thought it was excellent. So one of my great lessons learned from that class. Saturday, February 1st. Picture of me with the story camp sign. I hate this picture of me, but I liked having the story camp there. The lighting was just really bad, and I just didn't like the angle. So I put it in black and white. What can you do? All right. So Saturday we went on a photo walk. So we had a class that was all about kind of the principles of photography, and these are some of the things that we learned about. So taking a self-portrait, looking for color, looking for texture, patterns, white space, that kind of thing. So then we went around the complex there and took photos that were related to these prompts. And then here I actually have a picture of Allie's albums. She had a whole table on the side of the room set up with all of her albums, so you could flip through them. That was awesome too. So more pictures from the photo walk, and then just a quote from her photography handout. So you can see I tried to pick lots of pops of bright color, line, repetition. This is considered a self-portrait, and that was one of the things she said, that you don't have to have your face in order for it to be a self-portrait, which I thought was a good lesson as well. Here's a reflection of me in the store window. This is what the 5th Street Market looked like. So there was 3 layers of shops and restaurants, and then there was a big courtyard in the middle with a fountain. So it was really nice. This is a picture of our table, everyone with all of their stuff out working on projects. Thought that was fun. This is another lunch with the group again, and I'm still friends with all these people on social media. It was so much fun to get to meet people that were into memory keeping as much as I am. So that was really great. This was from Saturday night. There was a crop and cocktails, so you could exchange your drink coupon for, I think it was one drink. So I got a glass of champagne, and then they had snacks there, and I got macaroons. My travel story for day 4. Another quote. Day 5, Sunday. So that was the end of the event, and then day 5 was a travel day. So here I was practicing my self-portrait, getting yourself in the photo. So I was sitting on that bench by the window, looking out over the street with my bags packed, ready to go home. Worth every mile. That was so true. It was a fantastic trip. And in Oregon, they have these ducks all over. I think there's 50 of them around town, and there was I think 3 of them at the airport. So I decided it would be fun to take selfies of me with the ducks. And just a little note from Allie. She actually signed one of my albums, but I didn't want to use it for this project. It wasn't the right size, so I just took a picture of her note in the album, and again fixed it in Photoshop to make it just black and white and fit in this album. Picture of out the window flying home, my boarding pass, my travel story for day 5, another quote. Here I just added some ephemera, just bits and pieces that I picked up on the trip. And added some stickers on the back, my boarding pass for the trip home. I added in a handout this is actually a printout from before we went, telling us all about what to expect at camp, what we were going to be doing each day, what kinds of things to bring. So I added that here. And then as I was waiting in the airport here, waiting to go home, I wrote up a blog post, and I will link that below, about my experience and my feelings from the trip. So I decided to include that here, and then I just added this little escape die cut from the kit because I thought it was really cute, and just added adventure documented and put that in here. And that is it. I hope you enjoyed this look at my album, and I'll be back soon with another album. Thanks.